Greetings and welcome back to Moto Matters. I hope you had enjoyed some of this different shots we're trying to get for you today. But get ready, because right now we're doing a wide open lap with Matt on this dry but smooth track. Enjoy. So in my last voiceover trail boring ramblings, talked about all the crazy dreams I had while in the hospital on fentanyl. So I guess I'll kind of start when I woke up from those dreams and came out of the medically induced coma. So happy just to be alive, to realize that, I wasn't in hell, so that was a good thing. But then a blonde nurse walked in. I point out blonde because, unfortunately, I can't help but noticing her attractiveness level made me very uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable because I realized that I was laying there almost completely naked, and that was way inappropriate. Someone of my position shouldn't be dressed like that out in public. But it quickly dawned on me that, hey, they're medical professionals just doing their jobs, and I realized that I've been here a while, and they've all seen everything I have to offer. And just that thought alone is extremely humiliating, which means humbling. In the hospital, you kind of lose all sense of modesty and all pride and are humbled. And that time you're just thankful for the medical professionals who do take care of you, who are willing to do some of the most disgusting jobs there are and act as though it doesn't bother them, as though it's no big deal. The care I received from the ICU nurses, was just fabulous and wonderful. So many great people took such great care of me and, treated me way better than I deserved for the condition I was in. They were just so respectful of me as a person, especially in that state. And I speak more of the humiliating state. After I shared that I was, kind of ashamed of just being barely covered and a lot of exposed. my family told me that, oh, it's okay. I spent a couple days where I refused to, really wear anything or be covered at all. And I'm guessing I turned a little red, there, in embarrassment. But then I remembered just feeling like I had a lead blanket, like the lead vest they put over you at the dentist office to take x-rays. Feeling like I was just weighted down so bad. And apparently, that was just the sheet they were trying to cover me with. Because the hospital gown, it felt just that heavy. Felt like a lead blanket. So they just tried to cover me modestly with a sheet. And my poor family. Poor nurses who had to look at me. Even though I'm a very attractive man on a regular day, I don't think I was in the hospital. I don't think it was attractive at all. Especially not something my parents and children want to see. So, humbled and ashamed, there I laid. Realized I was still alive, though, so it was better. I was at least, cognizant of what was going on, and that was nice. Spent a few days, or I guess a couple weeks there, at least knowing I was there. But still fuzzy as to all the details. But, broken neck and a collar. Thankfully, no halo. Just a neck collar. Unable to really move or turn. So looking at the TV was out of the question. I just basically stared at the ceiling the whole time. And, visiting hours ended, I believe, at 6. Hospital was great. And, they let my whole family just sit in there with me all day. And not cause much of a ruckus, but just be there. But then, from 6 o'clock to about 10 o'clock when I'd fall asleep, 4 hours, just staring at the ceiling. And it sounds awful, but when you feel like crap, when you're all beat up and banged up and just miserable in the hospital like that, you don't even really mind it. I realized I sure didn't. I was kind of starting to get on the mend. My brain was starting to want to do stuff. But I spent that time, honestly, reciting Luther's Small Catechism myself. So, for all your Christians out there, it's important to remember and memorize Scripture, the Christian faith, recite it. Rote memorization's good for anything you care about. And then I was able to say my prayers. Quiet, sitting alone in an empty room, not able to look around or be entertained by anything. Sounds awful, but I really grew to enjoy it. I really enjoyed a few hours just sitting there alone with nothing to do but think. So I guess this would be my words of wisdom to share with anyone who even bothers to listen to this or watch these. But take some time to shut out the world, shut off the TV, leave the phone in the other room, get away from all that stimulation, and let your brain process the events of your life, the events of your days. Spend some time thinking about friends and family. And if you're a Christian, praying to God for mercy for yourself, for everyone you know, for the whole world around us. Because there's no shortage of troubles in this life. And I'm guessing the news and knowledge of politics shows that stuff all the day. All the bad stuff that goes on in this world. And we need salvation. So the Christians, pray, come Lord Jesus, have mercy upon us. And the rest of the world, I'm not sure how you suffer through it. Because I've learned other religions, if you study them, they don't really give much comfort. They just really demand from you. So, how hard it is for them, I just don't understand. So if there are people of other religions listening to me ramble, please drop a comment and explain. I'm not being rude and sarcastic, but serious. Comment explaining to where you find comfort amidst all the troubles in your life. And when looking at all the troubles of the world, uh, all the war, all the crime, all the just bad stuff going on, how do you find comfort in these difficult times? Or when bad stuff happens to you and you end up in the hospital near death, or a loved one is sick and dying, where do you find comfort? How do you get through it? And I guess that brings me to my next point of cognizance in the hospital. When the social worker came in and wanted to hook me up with a shrink, and how she got kind of mad when I said not to. I said that I was fine. Yeah, part of that, everyone's going to attribute to how strong I am, the Christian faith, blah, 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 blah. The reality of it is, no one told me what had happened to me. I had no clue the extent of my injuries, and I certainly had no clue, yeah, what the results were going to be. I was hurt, and I would get better. I never understood, how bad I was hurt, and the more, yeah, it's why they didn't understand why I didn't want a shrink or someone to talk to. Is I was never expected to get better. And that I was never expected to be able to eat. I was never expected to be able to talk. I was never expected to be able to function, to physically do as much as I do. I was expected to really just be on disability, and my wife have to take care of me the rest of my life. So that's, what they knew was going to be my life. And if I had known that, maybe then, I would have wanted to talk to a shrink. But if you look right now in the video, there's a deer up ahead that we stopped to look at. And I tried to catch up to him, but couldn't. There's a deer out there. Anyway, back to the struggles of life. And, psychology, that can help. We have, trauma, brain issues, things that go on and happen. I guess I've never really too much worried about that. Life happens, you deal with it, you do the best you can with it, and you move on. You don't quit, you don't give up, you keep fighting and pushing to be the best you can and to do the best you can with what you have. If you have a job you don't like, do the best you can with it anyway. Do the best work you can and work to make it better until you find a job and you get a job you do like. Work your way up. Put in the effort. If you don't like where you are physically, do something about it. Put in the work. Put in the effort. My goodness, just get on the internet like YouTube. Look up anything. There's tons of help on here. People that can help you with anything. All kinds of exercise shows up that can help you get where you want to be in life. All kinds of help. And even the shrink stuff. It's all free on the internet. We didn't have that when I was growing up. Now it's so easy to get access to any information you want. It's right there. Go get it. Do something about everything. You want to learn how to ride a dirt bike better? Great. Work on it. You need a lot of seat time, but you need to do it right too. The ones I really look to would be the MX Factory and the Moto Academy. Now, I can talk and ramble, but I'm just really stealing their information and their stuff. And a lot of guys out there can help you. I think riding with the Knights off-road crew, great. I really watch their stuff to learn how to corner. I can't do it and I can't practice it, but man, I sure try. Try to work better and become better at anything and everything you do. Become passionate about something and put forth effort. If you have that kind of stuff, if you're working towards a goal, that mental stuff kind of fixes itself. And you don't need all this psychiatric help. You certainly don't need drugs to deal with that kind of stuff. Find a goal and work towards it. be a better job, better grades in school, just to learn and become educated, to ride a dirt bike better. Boys, bettering yourself. Never use anything as an excuse as to not do it. As to not do the best you can with what you have. Now, at the end of the day, yeah, we gotta have some reason and some rational goals. I'm never gonna be a professional supercross racer. That's a goal, something I have to accept. That doesn't mean I can't have that goal. I just may never achieve that goal. But it's still something to work for. It's always work to get better. Put in the effort. You can do it. And thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment.